Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Micah Parsons' contract situation with the Cowboys has concerning update. The Dallas Cowboys have the seemingly impossible task of A, keeping together the core of their team, whilst B, signing their stars to long-term deals, and C, staying competitive in the free agent market this spring. All the while ensuring they compete both in the NFC East Division and indeed for Super Bowl championships, with a quarterback who has a nearly $90 million cap hit coming into 2025. Easy stuff, right? One of the major talking points for the team this offseason concerns the future of All-Pro edge rusher and linebacker, Micah Parsons, who is set to play out the final year of his rookie contract in 2025, and is in line for a major payday come 2026. Many believe that payday could, and should, come sooner than that, particularly as it could help lower Parsons' already hefty $24 million cap hit in 2025. That's why it is worrying for Cowboys fans to find out on Friday, per Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News, that Dallas has not even started negotiations with the 4X Pro Bowler yet. The Dallas Cowboys have not held contract talks with star pass rusher Micah Parsons about an extension, Calvin writes, a person with knowledge of the situation told the Dallas Morning News. This is certainly worrisome for Cowboys onlookers, who will point to instances like the drawn-out Dak Prescott contract saga of 2019 to 2021, when the franchise QB was tagged twice in consecutive years, only for the team to sign him to a substantial $40 million per year deal, more than many believed he was worth at the time. The good news for Dallas is that there is a clear willingness on the Cowboys' end to get the deal done, and a desire on Parsons' end to stay in Texas. Team officials have expressed strong interest in extending Parsons, Watkins continues, with team owner Jerry Jones saying he might get a large contract extension. Parsons has repeatedly said he would like to get an extension sooner rather than later to avoid a possible holdout, something the Cowboys dealt with last summer with receiver CeeDee Lamb and the previous year with guard Zach Martin. What's more, the former Penn State star has echoed a somewhat unusual claim that he does not specifically feel the need to be the highest-paid player at the position, currently held by the San Francisco 49ers Nick Bosa at $34 million per year. Anything in and around that ballpark would still be a hefty price to play for any non-QB, even a game-wrecking defender, albeit one who has a tendency to go missing at points during the season. Cowboys make surprising decision on keeping projected $85 million star. When it comes to signing up key pieces of the Cowboys' defensive front for the long term, the focus has been, naturally, on getting star defensive end Micah Parsons inked to a long-term deal. But it turns out, interior defensive lineman Osa Odighizuwa is just as much in the team's plans. In fact, according to a report from the Dallas Morning News, the Cowboys are hoping to tackle a new deal for Odighizuwa before they get to Parsons. While reports bubbled up last week that the Cowboys have yet to start talks on Parsons, Stephen Jones, team VP and son of owner Jerry Jones, said that the ball is already rolling on Odighizuwa. "We have had negotiations with Osa," Jones said. "I just think Osa is a really good football player. He's an important piece. It's something of a surprise, of course, that the team has decided to prioritize Odighizuwa over Parsons, but the hope is that both get done. There is more pressure with Odighizuwa, who is a free agent and can get a deal elsewhere." According to Spotrac, Odighizuwa has a market value of $21 million per year, and is projected to warrant a 3-year, $63 million deal. Pro Football Focus's projection has Odighizuwa at about the same value, $21.25 million per year. They foresee Odighizuwa getting 4 years and $65 million, with only the first 2 years fully guaranteed. Cowboys could use franchise tag. The question is, what will the Cowboys be willing to give him? The team has long been reluctant to use franchise tags to keep young players in place on a short-term deal, but Jones told the paper that is a possibility with Odighizuwa. A franchise tag would come in at $23.4 million, but for only 1 year. That would give the Cowboys more time to size up Odighizuwa but could also be costly if he goes from very good to great in 2025. Cowboys predicted to sign $63 million, hometown Super Bowl champ. The Dallas Cowboys are gearing up for what they hope is a better season than the team had in 2024, which led them to a 7-10 record, just short of the playoffs. As free agency looms, NFL analysts and experts are hoping to see the team make some moves and be more active than they've historically been during the free agency period. In a February 22 feature for Blogging the Boys, Connor Livesay breaks down a handful of players from NFC East teams that he would like to see the Cowboys steal for their own squad. One of them is fresh off a Super Bowl win. In the piece, Livesay expresses the hard truth that the Cowboys have been lackluster in free agency over the years. There is no better feeling in the NFL than seeing your football team improve, while the others in your division take a step back during the off-season, he states, adding that the Dallas Cowboys have been on the losing end of that stick for the last few years, but that things could possibly change this season. The team has a new head coach in Brian Schottenheimer, so perhaps he'll shake things up. Plus, they'll have more money to work with, because Dan Graziano of ESPN announced on Wednesday, February 19, that the salary cap would see a larger hike in 2025 from where it was in 2024 than expected by most teams. With the additional cap space, the Cowboys will really have no excuse not to make some big moves this time around. At the top of Livesay's wish list is Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle Milton Williams, with a projected contract of 3 years and a $21 million average per year. The Cowboys have a decision to make on their own player, Osa Odighizuwa, and they may be better off electing to move on from their former third-round selection and going with Milton Williams instead, Livesay noted in the feature. What's really cool about this option is that Williams is something of a hometown guy. He attended high school at Crawley High School in Crawley, Texas, and, Livesay says, has some ties to the area, making his fit in Dallas one a bit more realistic than other destinations around the league. As for comparing Odighizuwa and Williams, Williams has a 70.1 overall grade from PFF and Odighizuwa has a 68.1 overall grade, so they're close.